Hi folks, this is Mr. Ege, and this video is going to describe you how to design a 3D solid model of Tesla Cybertruck. So we're gonna, in order to do that, we're gonna start AutoCAD first of all from your laptop. And once your AutoCAD starts, okay, this is more or less the picture, the user interface you will have in front of you. Make sure that you first, even though this is 3D solid model, first steps are going to be two-dimensional drawing. So that's why go to the workspace switching at the lower right-hand corner, and there's an icon, a gear icon. Click on the triangle button and make sure that drafting annotation is pressed in, okay? And the next thing is we need to select units, okay? The units, you're going to find the units under A, click on the A and down arrow, okay, and go to the drawing utilities and select the units, okay. This is supposed to be engineering units, first of all, and the precision is after the decimal point, 4 decimal places, okay, make sure that you see that. Units is set to inches, not feet, inches, okay? And then click OK button. After the units comes the limits command. Limits is in AutoCAD is important. It has to be taken care of first because it determines the size of the limit, determines how much memory space is going to use to be allocated for the AutoCAD. So if you don't enter the limits command, and if you find yourself drawing lines outside the limits, there is going to be a problem, or you should expect to have a problem. Anyway, so the command is limits, okay? And this time I'm going to type it instead of using the icon, limits, enter. And the lower left-hand corner is 0, 0. And I press enter to accept 0, 0. This is already default, enter. Now, upper right-hand corner is a rectangle shape basically inside AutoCAD's mind, mathematical mind. It's asking you lower left-hand corner. We entered already 0, 0. Upper right-hand corner, I'm going to double the space I need for the car. The space that I need for the car is 231.7, 232. Okay, inches, and I'm going to double that. So let's set the x direction. Okay, is 464, comma 464. Now, why are we doing that? It should be much larger than the necessary, for the reason being you may end up to be outside your limits, and I want to avoid this possibility, okay? So now units and limits are done. The third step is I want to start right in the middle of the limits. That's why I'm going to set my user coordinate system, okay, to the right at the middle from the lower left-hand corner. You can see the X and Y coordinate system reference point is at the lower left-hand corner, and I'm going to set it to, I'm going to type UCS, enter, and enter 232, comma 232, okay? And enter. And I'm going to zoom, okay, to my reference point right here. Okay, I can type UCS, and if I like, I can even save this. Okay, and I'm just going to click on the save button, and the name for that is Cybertruck. Okay, enter. Okay, so the location of the user coordinate system or reference point, you may call it, is already saved. Okay. Next thing to do is probably to save your work. And let's go to, click on A button, down arrow on the input, again, save as, and save it in a location where you can find it next time. This is your student ID numbered folder. For me, it's a little bit different. And I'm going to go to Google Drive. It's my case. Don't use the Google Drive. You use just your own folder. Find the folder. It's a private space. You're allowed to save it. You're not allowed to save somewhere else. Okay. And I'm going to go Cybertruck. Okay, electric truck, Cybertruck. Okay. And I'm going to spell the Cybertruck correctly, even though it's a make-up word. It's going to be in the dictionaries in 5-10 years probably. Truck with, okay, so Cybertruck and save. Cool. We can sit down and spend hours to draw single lines, okay? Or we can do it very quickly by tracing from the image. So I'm going to insert an image, the picture that I saved, okay? I'm going to use the insert and attach command for the picture that I saved under the pictures, and I'm going to go to Cybertruck. And I hope I'm in the right place. Okay, first of all, I should be in this PC, libraries, under the libraries, pictures, and JPEG image, JPG. Cybertruck is designed by the Tesla engineers. Tesla Cybertruck. Okay, this is how I saved it earlier, 2020, and open. Okay. And specify on the screen. I'm going to just type 0,0. And I can scale it, but I don't know how much to scale it. So I'm going to scale later on. Okay, enter. The total length has to be 231 inches. Okay. So if I scale this, okay, I will use scale command, the picture, and enter. Okay. And now base point will be 0,0. However, it's going to ask me scale factor, okay, or reference. So I'm going to click on the reference option, and I'm going to pick the middle point of the car and the end point of the car. Okay. Okay, but this is my scale reference. All right. And that distance is supposed to be 232. 232, enter. Okay, now we scaled it up to the actual car size. When you're about the 3D print, we're going to scale it down. I want this distance to be about 7 inches, so we're going to scale it down to 33 times. But right now, we want to, okay, scale it up to the real car truck size, okay? And just to make sure that this is correct, I'm going to just test the distance. DIST is my measuring tape, click, and I'm going to just simply pick the end point and pick the other end point. and it's 19 feet, approximately 4 inches. So that is pretty close, 3 inches. Okay, the Cybertruck size. Okay, and just to make sure, 19 feet, let's do the feet. Actually, it's 228 inches. Okay, and to 231 inches long. Everything is correct. So the scale is successfully done. And save, click on save. Okay. What else do we need? Color. Because the background image, we're going to erase the image later on. But because the background image is going to be white, and you may not be able to see the lines that you're drawing, white lines or dark lines, because the background image behind the white surface is also dark black. So it's hard to see the dark on dark, and even though it's easy to see the dark line on the, so I want to use a color so that the lines I will draw will be in color and easy to see. Either its background is black or white, it doesn't matter. So I'm typing color command, okay? And please you do the same, obviously. Change the color to something bright and shiny. Red is good, blue is good, light blue is good. You can go light blue, okay? I like red, and okay, all right? So now we're ready to create lines, okay? And nice thing about the Cybertruck is most of the lines, almost everything, pretty much, are straight lines. And this is a unique design. Okay, we have never had a design like this before. So I want to use the 3D poly, or just simply polyline. Either way is fine, okay? So here it is. All right, 3D poly. Either way is work, and regular line will not work. 3D poly, you need to type the 3D poly every time. 3D poly, nice thing about it is you can literally create the 3D polylines in the space. Okay, polylines can be only created on the XY plane. So if you use the regular polyline, eventually it's going to give you a hard time if you need to change your point of view and create on a different, other than XY surfaces. Okay, so I'm using 3D poly. I want you to get used to it. Okay. Enter. So 3D poly is created, and we're starting this line. I'm going to just simply, okay. And okay, because the color is red, you can easily see the lines that I'm drawing. Okay. We're going to create all of the lines, but for now I'm creating only the straight lines. Okay, I should have gone straight on this one, so I'm going to go one step back. Okay. Why don't I do this? Why don't I start from over here? Okay, so 2D poly. And last point, please remember to enter C to connect the last point to the first point. C, enter, and that way you have a perfect close bound. Now I want to draw the other, I want to draw the other lines too, because I'm going to need them later on. So I'm going to go with the 3D poly again. Hit enter key, 3D poly command comes back. Okay. And remember to put the C. You should set your object snap to the nearest point also as well. You don't see my keyboard, but every time I need new 3D polyline, I hit enter key. To end the 3D polyline command, I hit enter key, I hit enter key again twice to start 3D polyline again. And to end, I hit enter key again. Enter key again. This time I'm working on the facade of the car. So I'm going to enter C for close. Okay. I think these are the fender lines, okay? And we're gonna extrude them a little bit bigger, and then other lines will also follow. So enter again, 3D polyline will come back, okay? And this time we're going to draw the other lines. I'm not sure why this line came out like this. We have to correct that line a little later. I'm going to zoom in this area, and if you see the irregularities like this, please just make sure that you pick it up and correct it immediately. Okay? And then, all right, so 3D poly again. 3D poly is a new command for the most of the people. It's not commonly used, but it's actually designed for three-dimensional applications. And I'm adding a few more lines. Seems to be missing here. This is about it. These are the construction lines, and you're not necessarily use all of the construction lines. Okay, only the ones that absolutely necessary you choose to use. Okay, and for now we can use a circle for the wheels too. And if you go to circle command, you choose center of the wheel and click. Wheels can be done separately. Or in the first model. Just in case, I'm going to simply draw the center line. Ground line. Ground lines are important. Okay. All right. I think there's one more line missing. Another line. Because I'm going to erase the picture in the background, I don't want to lose the lines, existing lines. And I'm going to create. Okay, continue with the rest of the front view and top view. You're going to be drawing one top view, one front view, and one side view. Okay, all of this is for extrusion, just one single extrusion. So make sure that the exterior line is a continuous and closed loop. Okay, closed loop means end of the line is actually at the same point with the beginning of the line, and end up with the C command. Okay. All right. So these are the necessary lines that we're looking at right now, and I don't want to create anything else except maybe wheel lines. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 polygon. Okay, so for the polygon, we can go to circle, under the circle, you can go to Polygon and then enter 7 for the number of the corners or part of the sides and zoom in. And it's asking you inscribe or circumscribed. Is always circumscribed is always better. Okay, and now we're going to generate a circumscribed polygon with the 7 sides. Click, and then you can simply copy this polygon from where it is on to back where it's supposed to be. All right, escape now. All right. All right. 2D poly again. And object snap is on. Enter, enter. Again, if there are any irregularities you notice, just simply go ahead and correct. Okay, and now we need to go to top view. We need to generate the top view pretty much the same way. Okay, so, okay, 3D poly, back. C for close. The fenders are supposed to be separate, so I'm not even sure we should create inside the profile of the fender. Fender lines. Here we are just going to generate those fender lines a little later. Okay, so this is the profile line. It's on the top view, it's always a good idea to have a center line. So I'm just going to do just that. And find the center point and make sure that my ortho is on so that I can draw a perfect center line. I don't think anything else is going to help us here right now, other than seats. So I think this exterior line is good enough. I don't think we're going to need to generate anything else. So I'm going to go to front view, jump to the front view, okay? And enter 3D Poly again. Now remember, I'm looking for ways to extrude all three views, okay? So that's why I'm creating those 3D polylines. This is the purpose of the operation. And I'm going to go to C for close. Okay. So if we ever have to extrude the wheels, we're going to do it from the side view, so it's not that important. I'm not going to draw the wheels. But bottom of the truck is important. Okay, so the front view, the 3D poly is not continuous, so I'm going to do this one more time. So 3D poly, and we're going to just go, I'm going to go over the existing line so that it is continuous. And C for close. Okay. It should be continuous so that when I click on it, it should select everything together. Cool. I'm saving my work, okay? And I'm going to now ready to extrude these. I'm going to take the picture. Before I erase the picture, I'm going to remove it just in case I might need the picture back again. Okay, so I'm going to move the picture. I know the lower left-hand corner of the picture is at 0, 0, so I can move it back anytime I want. Okay? All right. So let's start with the right side view, okay? And then we're going to continue with the top view, extrusion. We're going to have 3 extrusions here, okay? Left side view is going to be extruded 79.8 inches, okay? So I'm going to change my screen to extrude 3D modeling, Okay, I'm going to save it. Okay, I will go to the extrude command. All right, and click on the extrusion. Select the profile of the left side view. Enter. Now the extrusion length is 79.8 inches. 0.8 inch mark. Enter. Now, one thing to remember, extrusions are always made in the Z direction in the AutoCAD. Just to remember, you draw lines always in the XY direction, and the extrusions are made on Z direction. So I'm going to continue extrusion one more time. This time we're extruding the top view. Top view is going to be extruded 75 inches. So I'm going to go with the extrusion command again, select the top profile, enter, and 75 inches. Inches is the double quote, enter. Okay. And how about the front view? Again, enter, extrusion comes back, select the front view, enter. Now, that is a long line on 231.7. Okay, so 231.7. All right, I can Control Z this and do it again. Extrude, enter, and 231.7. Enter. Okay, Mr. Ege, what else are you going to do? Why did we do this? And how is this is not obviously the Tesla the way it is, Cybertruck anymore. So why is it that we did it this way? Okay, first of all, there's an intersect command that I want to use. Okay, intersect command requires 3 intersection of solid models, and when you put them together on top within each other, okay, at the correct locations, an intersect command will include only the parts that are intersecting perfectly. Okay, so this is what we are after. So I'm going to just switch my view, okay, to the right view, all right, and select pretty much everything. All right, so I'm going to change the UCS. I'm going to type the UCS, okay, and I'm going to enter V for view command, first of all. And second, now I'm going to rotate the top view in the middle, okay, 90 degrees to the right. So there's a rotate command. I'm going to choose objects to rotate, enter. Okay. And select a corner and type. -90. Okay. Now that's going to make the one extrusion correct. Now they need to be located properly. And I'm going to move, M for move, P for previous, enter. The base point is going to be the top point, and I'm going to select the top point to the top point. Let's see how it looks now. Okay. And again, move command, P for previous, from where it is. And ortho is on. Okay. I'm going to go to UCS command, enter V for view command, move everything previously moved to the front. Okay. All right. I wonder intersect command will work now. We can always try it. Intersect, select. It did. It did work. Okay, Control Z. I'm going to just take him back, but Control Z, because there's one more work to do. This also has to be rotated. The front view, okay? So I'm going to go to the east view, click on the east view. Actually, in order to rotate the front view, I need to go to top view, north view. So I'm going to, not the top view, that above the front view. So click on the top view. Okay, this is your front view. This front view has to be rotated. But remember, UCS has to be rotated too. So Z should be perpendicular to you, XY should be parallel to you. So that's why I'm going to change the UCS. Enter V for enter. Okay, now XY is parallel, Z to perpendicular. So I'm going to go with the rotate command, RO for rotate. Select the entire front view. Okay, and pick a corner on the front view. Zoom in, lower left corner, and now rotation should be minus. Yeah, no, 90 degrees rotation. Very good. Okay. Now we need to change the view again. Okay, so V for view, enter. Okay, hold on. Z for zoom, P for previous. Z for zoom, P for previous. Will take you back. And Z and previous. Okay. AutoCAD keeps track of things. Now you enter UCS enter right now, and V for view enter. Now we need to move the 3D model where it's supposed to be. And for move, okay, and top view. I'm going to turn off the ortho so that I know what I'm doing. I'm going to turn off the object synapse also. Okay. So the big question is everything perfectly centered or not? Okay, so we need to take a look at it from the different points of view. And one thing is not perfect. top view is good, front view, and the front view did not go to the right place. Okay, so you see is enter first, view for view, move command, M for move, select the item. Okay, and maybe object snap helps here, maybe not. And you need to move it up, but turn the ortho on. Move enter, previous enter. I'm picking any point outside, I'm bringing everything. Okay. All right. Okay, so how is Cybertruck doing? I have no idea right now. We're going to have to test this. Okay, there's a testing process ready to be just ready. Okay, so let's use intersect command. Okay, and you choose the front view, you choose the right side view, and you choose the top view. Okay, this shows me we're getting there. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Okay. And all right, I'm going to take a break at this point. And before I continue finishing the Cybertruck, there are a number of other things to do. And the next video is going to demonstrate what we are supposed to do at this point. Okay, thank you very much for your time. And next video will be the finishing touches. Thank you.